whatever time you're watching this from. This is steady. It has been about a while. I've been away for some time now, and I've not been consistent. But now I'm planning to be going live every session. That is what I'm planning. So you'll bear with me. The fact is that things have been happening, and I'll create a full video onto that. Either way, this is our analysis for US30. Now we are analyzing US30 to see its move for the next week. I've been trading US30, and not that I've been trading it for a while. I've been trying to touch other pairs, and I came to love US30 because of the fact that it goes with most of my expectations. So like US30 is a pair that I know I can trade, and it will go with my time. It will go like its session, whenever it opens, it goes well with my time. So I fell in love with US30 as other than other currencies, and it is also a pair that you will know that you were wrong in a second, and you will know that you are right. Like in just a minute, you will know if you are right or if you are wrong. So we will be analyzing what has been happening. If you can see my chart, this is trading view. This is a trade that I took. On my equity edge one step challenge, and I was literally down. So this trade that you can see, it's a 1:6, is a trade that I took on uh, actually it was yesterday, on Friday, and it's a trade that I really envy it, and it's a trade that improved my you know uh, esteem and how I understand the market. So what we're doing, let us delete everything and see if we can start analyzing the market from the start. So let us remove everything. We'll be removing everything now. uh, three indicators that I'll be using now. They include volume. Now you will see I'll be using volume most of the time, and as time goes by you'll understand why I use volume, why I'll be using volume most of the time. Okay, so let me see, can I have like okay, I don't have volume currently. Let me see if I can get something. Chat settings should be somewhere here. Volume, yes. Now don't know if it will have come. They literally activated it. Either way, it's okay. Now I'm using volume, RSI, and trading sessions. But since I'm trading with 30, like I know whenever it is opening in my time. So I'm using trading sessions so as to know when I'm trading. I'm not trading until New York session opens, because US30 before New York session it's just trash. US30 before New York session is just trash. If someone tells me that he trades US30 during London session, then I don't understand. So I'm using RSI divergence indicator because I'm only using divergence for this. Now we start analyzing the market from the daily time frame. Now currently we are in an uptrend US30, and it has been happening for a long time. And even if I look like from a long time, speaking of monthly, yearly, we are speaking about a very very bullish momentum, and everyone can attest to that. We are on a very very bullish momentum. Now if on the daily time frame market structure is bullish, and we formed something like double bottom around this area, but if you can see we have a top that is higher than the other. So what I'll be seeing on my RSI, if we are changing momentum, and if you can see clearly on my RSI, I can see something like here. I can see we are forming a divergence pattern whereby the RSI is the same level, but on the price he has formed a higher that is previous than the higher high. But if you also look clearly at the RSI, we are forming something that is more of a lower high. If you can look clearly at the RSI, the previous high, which is this one, the previous high, which is this one, it went higher than the recent high, and the recent high is lower, if you can see. So that tells me that we are more of doing reversals, and I should be looking more of sells, you know, like I should be looking more of sales at the long term. But in real sense, now I'm a day trader, so you can't tell me to look for sales. Yet, as you know, the market won't sell abruptly. It will have to accumulate some volume before it starts to move down. And that is one thing that I also didn't understand, that it cost me a lot. So you see, now I understand that we are very bullish. Now, on the daily time frames, what can I see? I can see a support here that was recently kissed, and if I try to push this support to this area so that I can cater for a lot of levels, that is a very nice, very nice, very nice support. And also we have this support level, we have this support level, we also have another support level here. You'll notice that I do call this thing support even though others are resistance, but I won't lie to you. I'm one person that doesn't care about the terms, because these areas are supporting. This is where price comes to fall before, like these are reversal points. So even if I call support, even if I call resistance, personally they do confuse me, the terms, but I know what I'm doing. Like I understand it. I'm not understanding terms, because if you put trading based on terms, now you're destroying. I understand them as they are. Now I know that these are areas where the market is coming to reverse. This is a market that the market at one point will obey, even if what happens. Now also should know like market structure patterns, you know like for example, I can see one pattern that happened here. You see, when we break a support resistance, then we come, we bounce, and we come to the same area. You see here we formed a double top. You can see this high and this high. Actually, this was also a nice divergence. You can see that high, this high was lower than this high on the RSI. We are forming higher high, but the RSI, if you can see at the same location, we are having a lower high. So I'm like, yeah, that was an early reversal. So if I was trading at that point, I'll also trade it as a market structure. So this high, we had it moving downwards, coming to hit this recent support area. Then we went up, forming a divergence. Then we came. Now because we formed a divergence, now I'm expecting sales, like I'm expecting the market to come breaking. But we had something here. Now someone will have thought that the market is reversing, but remember we had a divergence. Like one thing I love about the RSI, it like tells you what will happen eventually. It is like showing you. I don't use RSI like for entry, but I'm using RSI just to know, like to have like this is what is happening, this is what will happen. It's like telling me, it's like teaching me. It is not predicting, because if I say predicting then I'm lying, but it is more of telling me that this might happen. So at this point we had a doji, so most people will expect a buy, but we had a, so the market broke and we had a retest, then we went down. That is a market structure pattern. That is a market structure pattern. When we broke our, when we break a sitting area, you see the market here, when the market came to this place, it was mostly selling. We come here, we sell, we come here, we sell, but we broke. Now I know when the market will be coming at this point, it will be buying, but we are get broke. Now I know that we come at this point, we'll be looking for sales. Then that sell was also confirmed by the RSI. Now enough of the stories, let us look into it. Now we broke this level. If you can see, we broke the level strongly, and I knew that we had broken level level strongly, because if you look at, I will show you in the minutes, 15 minutes, we had a moment where the market was, consolidating, and we also had news that helped the market gain momentum, and that news actually deactivated one of my positions which I had a stop loss which was, and that is a mistake that they came to notice, that I was putting tight stop loss. Like the market is going towards my direction, but my stop loss is tight, so most of the time I get spanked before the market goes my direction. So that is one thing that I've changed. But we had a consolidation before this area, before the news gave market momentum, and the market went up uh, for some time. Now, what am I expecting? Because we are, as you can see around this area, maybe we'll go in the 4 hour and we might see something in that. I see that we might retest around this area before we go up, but at this point I can also see a supply level, so we might have it filled before we go down. But remember, as I told you, the RSI is giving us vibes that, you know what to do, I will be moving lower. Like, we have momentum for the lower side. Now I know that, you know what, we have momentum to the lower side, so I'm looking and I see like this thing was taken out. So I'm like, we might have the market coming to fill the supply area, because if you can see this drop, this drop, this drop. So I'm thinking the market might come to fill this supply area before we go down. But remember, the market won't move up like that, like just pushing just upwards. So let us go to the 4 hour time frame so that you can see this area in detail. Now on the 4 hour time frame, I personally I always ask myself, why did the market just come at this area and just stop at this area? Now if you can see on the 4 hour time frame, we also have a nice level around here. Let me draw it as a zone rather than a line. We have a zone here. It's a very fat zone, so it is something that we will accept. And then those that trade supply and demand, we had a supply demand level here. The market came filled it, and after filling it, it shot up. This demand zone was heavier than this, because we had a lower low being formed here. You see, we had a point where the market was going downwards before it went up. Now I'll show you something, that why I like volume. I don't know why volume ain't showing at this point. I'll have known if if the market was going to stay there for some time. Let me show you now. At this area, if you can see, at this area, if you can see, uh, we had volume increasing. If you can look keenly, the price is moving downwards, but the volume is increasing. If you can look keenly, at this place, were high, the volume was low. Then the next candle we are lower, but the volume is going higher. The third candle we are lower, but the volume is higher. Now that tells me that this is an area where we are going to experience, um, like this is a pullback area. Now we are going to experience, a move upwards. Now, if you can look at this move, we are even here. The volume price is moving downwards, price is moving downwards, but the volume is increasing. Price is moving downwards, but the volume is increasing. When you see something like that, just know the next resistance zone is going to be respected highly, because imagine volume is more of who is adding positions, who is removing position, who is selling, who is buying, to be precise. Now if in an area where we're expecting sales, but we are having more volume increase, if we can look into it in details, because this is just some shady assumptions, there is this volume that shows into details who are in the market, but I just removed it, so that is my fault, that is my fault. So, but let us just put volume. see like if this I'm looking for an indicator whereby like it shows me who are now in charge of that area of the market. Are we selling? Like how many sellers do we have? It is on the default volume indicator that is provided on TradingView. But as you know, I just messed it up, so I removed it. So let us see if this volume data is. Now I think this one will be much better. Now let us look at this position. If you can look at this position, look at this point. We are strongly selling, but we are having small buys. Then we came and went for selling area. Then the next candle we are up on the green side. I won't lie to you, I don't like this type of volume because it is more of showing, it is more of a like a MACD. But I'll try to bring up that volume indicator, then I'll show you much into details. I'll show you much into details. So meanwhile, let us just stick with this RSI divergence. Now at this point we had a very strong upwards, breaking the previous zone, and as I told you, if at this zone this was a zone of selling, then the market broke it, because see we broke it. So I know when the market will be coming at this position, will be buying. And actually at this position I bought. This position I bought before being messed up, and it is always okay, because if I looked at the daily time frame, I would have seen that this position is not a very nice position of buying, because even if I look here, we don't have like a strong supply demand area, even though we have very bullish candles here, but we should have three consecutive candles. Like if they are bullish, like we should have very strong three bullish candles. And even if there are two, it should be strong. You can compare these two bullish candles. See, we had the market opened sell before it went up. Now this showed us that the buyers have entered the market, and we're on a support level. So I'm like, what, the buyers are now in the market. And look at the next candle, we are very bullish. So I think this consolidation here was just to complement what had happened down. So like this consolidation was part of this move. This consolidation was part of this move. Like it consolidation later, then went up, gathered more volume. Remember, at this point, most at this point sellers are entering. No, but remember, if you can see at this point, like we have like if you can see, this is inverse hammer candlestick, meaning like the market rate went up, then the buyers failed, so it closed down, showing that the sellers are in the market. But let us see what RSI told us around this area. Now around this area, where we could have been told a lot is here. Here is where we could have been told a lot. Now RSI is just normal, it is not showing any index, but if you can see something, I'm seeing something before. If you can see here, we touched, and the market was like, you know what, we are at the same level, but we formed higher, which is okay. Then we had a lower position, so nothing much. But I think the moment we broke this volume, because if it were to go down, we would not have broken this high. We'll have this market would have come close here and continue going down. So once we broke here, we came such down here, went up, etc, etc. So what do I think about this area? Because we have currently broken this support area, so I think, as I told you, we might continue moving up to touch this area before maybe we retrace a little bit and continue upwards. Or if I try to plot a trend line, because there I'm now speaking concerning market structure, because market structure around this area on the 4-hour time frame, we're seeing more of shorts according to market structure, what is happening at that time. Now if I plot a trend line there, Then I also plot a trend line around this area to connect these two lows. I'm seeing like we had already broken this area. So what does that tell me? Like we are going to have the market rallying up till this position to respect this trend line. But remember, the daily time frame is telling us we are in a sell. So around this position, I'll be leaving, and it is also on a very nice, psychological level. Those who know, I also like psychological levels because they are like precise. They are like most of the time, 90 out of 100 times are respected. So they will have 39 100 level there, so I know we'll touch that 39 100 level before we continue going down. Now let us most of the things now I know that will on Monday morning we might move upwards, but remember it won't happen during the other sessions. you know it will first, we might consolidate, and I'll show you around this area. If you can see, we consolidated for some time. The market comes, settle down, settle down, settle down. For me, it was showing me signs for upwards because you can see weak here. The market went stronger, lower, weak around this area, went up, came weak, came weak. Now that was telling me that, you know what, and now we are going to experience a very nice move towards the upside. So those that trade market chart patterns, I'm seeing uh, double bottom on the 4 hour time frame. You can see it well, but this is also double bottom for me. This is also double bottom for me. I can also see, a very nice resistance zone around this level. If you can see, the market came, touched it, came, touched it, there and there and there. So when the market came this way, this was due to news around this time. Actually it was this time the market came down a little bit, then shot up, and here we are. So this level is kind of invalid for now because we are not there, and this is the 1 hour, so it is not as precise. So my prediction is, even if we go lower, look for positions around this area, then hold them until 31 900. And now the stop loss should mine, because around this area, one thing I've noticed with your starting the market, when it comes to a certain resistance area, it will do more of, consolidation before going up. So look for the consolidation so that you can determine your stop loss area. But as for me, this area should actually, this stop loss is nice because it also covers the whole support area. So this is a 1 3, a very nice good trade. So, and I know it can be a very nice, because if you put it as precise as possible, you can see now that is the best one. Now we're speaking about 1:3.5. See, so I know this will also be a trade. Now let me show you something. I was in that trade. I was in that. Let me show you the trading platform. For those who know, most platforms are now trading with Match Trader. So this is also Match Trader, and I'm using Equity Edge. The link will be in the description below, so you can check them out. They are very nice platform. I've not seen. They only had problems during migration, and as you know, migration, they must face some problem. That is something that won't lie. During migration, they must face some problems. So during migration, they must face some problem. So, oh no, during migration they must face some problem. You can see now that is my account, and as you can see, I'm up currently $52, $52, and I was like literally down. that trade that I told you, much trader is more of lagging. So I opened a position. I clicked the buy section, like I opened the position. Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay, okay. Now I opened the position 6 times without knowing. I wanted to risk only 1%, which was supposed to be 0.03, but I end up opening it. I ended up opening it 4 times. Now, if you can see US30, this USDJPY, I tried it. So US30, you can see that buy position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that was the biggest loss that I have gone so far. So I'm still on the trade. Now you can see that I'm not just analyzing, I'm still on the trade, and I'm also planning to once it retraces a bit, I'm planning to like put you know my to add more positions there, so that I can see if I can leverage on this trade, uh, so that for the own glory and the honor of God. Either way, thank you guys for streaming this. So see you like tomorrow when I'll be taking the trade, because I'll try as much as possible to be streaming, so that I can also have like somewhere where I'm responsible of. Either way, thanks guys for joining. Make sure to subscribe there. If you want to use the Equity Edge platform, I'll put a link there. You can just go check it out, and we'll see. They have nice offers. They have 25,000 $2,500. You get an account for only $10. They were running a $10,000 account for only $20. Like they are very nice program. They also have very nice support and so on and so forth. So make sure to get an account there. The link is in the description. Either way, see you guys next time. Bye.